And that's when she told me it was stage 4 terminal colon cancer. That is the worst feeling, just hearing those words. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Marta, and I'm here to talk a little bit about my story. If you haven't heard, earlier this year in February, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, and I want to talk about the symptoms and just how it all went down. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. In September 2022, I had my little girl. She's 3 now. Back then I was 30 years old, and I started bleeding during my pregnancy. It wasn't so often, but when I would poop, there would be blood either on the toilet paper or on the poop. They told me that it was just hemorrhoids, and it's normal for pregnant women to get hemorrhoids. And of course, after giving birth, I wanted to lose weight, so I did start working out and just kind of watching what I was eating, but I wasn't like on a strict diet. And I did start losing weight, but it wasn't alarming because it was like I liked how I was looking. So the whole year of 2023, I liked my figure. So to me, it wasn't really alarming. I kept losing weight without even trying. Like, I would still go to the gym, but to gain muscle. But I noticed that I was still like slowly losing weight. And I was also concerned about the bleeding because I was still bleeding. So I made an appointment February 8th, 2024. But they did say, again, it's just the hemorrhoids that's making me bleed. And that I just have to change my diet to gain more weight. So I was like, okay, but nothing changed. So September 5th, 2024, I made another appointment with a different doctor. And I also started feeling more symptoms. I kept feeling like pressure in the lower abdomen, just like a weird kind of pressure that I wouldn't feel before. It wasn't painful, just weird and uncomfortable. And the poop was also not normal, and it was kind of like coffee grounds, which I know that is not normal. I just told him the same thing. I keep bleeding, and the pressure, what else was it? Losing weight, no appetite. I didn't want to eat anything. I would feel so full after a few bites of anything. Around this time, I was weighing 114 pounds, which was not normal for me. The normal before pregnancy for years was between 125 to 130. So in this appointment, the doctor said the same thing, just hemorrhoids, change the diet, more fiber. And what pisses me off about this appointment is that he wrote down in the notes, which I didn't see until a few months after, that they didn't want to test for any kind of cancer or colon cancer because I was too young. And my family, or I didn't have any. I'm crying because it gets me so mad that they do that. Knowing that a lot of younger people are getting colon cancer, and they still use that as an excuse not to scan or test you for colon cancer. And he didn't tell me that in person. He wrote it down in the notes, and I didn't read it until months later. And this is why I'm making this video and sharing it with you guys, because if you guys feel anything that's not normal in your body, even if you don't have family history of cancer, because I don't, of colon cancer, just ask for a colonoscopy. They should not care how young you are. They should right away send you to take a scan or a colonoscopy instead of waiting until it's too late. So a month goes by, October 9th, 2024. I made another appointment because, again, nothing changed and I was more worried. And it was a different doctor. All these times were all different doctors, and this doctor wanted to do an exam to check to see if they're hemorrhoids. And she checked and she said, yes, they are hemorrhoids. Around this time, it was also hurting so much to use the restroom. Like, it would burn, that it would make me cry. Even before sitting down on the toilet, I would start crying because I knew how much it was gonna hurt. And for that, she just gave me a cream so it wouldn't hurt as much. And around this time, I was going to the restroom a lot. It was so often that I couldn't sleep at night. And one of those nights, I wanted to write down the times that I would use the restroom, and I got up 18 times 18 times that night. And that was not just like one night, it was a lot of nights that were like that, because I had the feeling of using the restroom, but nothing would come out. Nothing. If anything, like I said, it was like coffee grounds and barely anything, but it felt like I had to go. Like, everyone has those days where you have to rush to the restroom, and once you go to the restroom, you let it all out. It feels good, it's all out. So you feel good, you feel normal. And I felt that all the time. That feeling did not go away. It happened so often. And I couldn't wait. I went back again October 14th, I believe, or October 15th. And it was with a different doctor, and this doctor referred me to a surgeon to remove the hemorrhoids, so I wouldn't feel that pressure again, and the bleeding would stop. So he just said, if you don't want that problem anymore, we can get rid of it with this surgery. So, and around this time, it was a little bit more of everything, all the symptoms that I had. Let's see, what was it? The bleeding, the loss of appetite, losing weight, not being able to gain weight, the pressure that I would feel, the poop was not normal. I think that was it. By then I knew it wasn't just the hemorrhoids. It had to be something else. So I made another appointment. They gave it to me January 22nd of 2025. And this doctor was not even in person. This doctor was only available through a phone appointment. And he did sound concerned. So he was looking at the records and hearing the same thing I was complaining about for over a year, and all the symptoms and everything. So he was concerned. He's like, you need to get checked. So he sent over a colonoscopy and a CT scan. And I had the CT scan first, which was, February 3rd, but no one called me. I looked at it on the app and didn't really understand everything, medical terms. And so when I went in for my colonoscopy, I told the doctor that I was going to do the colonoscopy if they can also go over the CT scan, because I don't really understand it. So she looked at it and then looked at me and said, let's do the colonoscopy first and then we'll talk about the results. So I was like, okay. I did not think, it never crossed my mind, what if it's cancer? Ever. And I was just laying down, about to get the colonoscopy, me thinking they're finally gonna do, see what this is, what I have, why I'm not feeling normal. But cancer never crossed my mind, ever. So after the colonoscopy, they rolled me back to the room. They called my husband right away. And so in the gown, laying down, when they gave us the news. So she was drawing it, this is, your colon, and they found the tumor. And I remember just sitting there. It's crazy, even talking about it. I feel like it's not my story that I'm saying. I feel like it's someone else's, but it's still crazy to know that it's my story. So as the doctor was there, explaining everything, my husband was asking questions. I wasn't saying anything. Everything was so blurry as she was explaining. I wasn't even hearing what she was saying. My husband was asking, what do we do now? What stage is it? He was asking questions. I was zoning out, and the moment it hit me was when she touched my knee, and she was just staring at me and said, I'm so sorry. It just hit me this is really happening. That is the worst feeling, just hearing those words. Looking at my daughter just sitting there. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to say. It's crazy because I didn't even cry when she was saying that. We left the hospital. I think after walking to the parking lot or in the car, that's when I started tearing up. But it didn't make me cry because I just didn't feel like it was happening to me. Right away, I felt like my life changed. Everything changed. We had so many plans. We had just bought this house. We got the keys December 30th. 2024. A month later, we got this news and just everything changed. The first few months were so hard. My husband and I would just cry so much. The only important thing now, what we were focused on was just to get out of this and just to get better. Thank God. Everything has been going great. So the appointment after that was February 18th, 2025. That was with my oncologist, and that's the day when we had a list of questions, and that's when she told me it was stage 4 terminal colon cancer and that I only had 2 to 5 years, which I never believed. I put everything in God's hands. He has made me stronger. I've been feeling really, really good. Like, chemo doesn't really affect me, which I'm taking chemo. They told me that's ongoing, she said, for the rest of my life. And it had already spread to the liver and the lungs. And the reason why I wasn't able to eat was because the liver was twice the size. I don't know how big my liver is, but it was twice the size, and it was squishing the stomach. And when I was going to my second round of chemo, like, I couldn't even walk. I had to hold my mom's arm as we were walking to the hospital, and the nurse saw me how weak I was. That's when I had the emergency surgery, the colostomy, which, if you don't know what that is when they make a hole. That's where everything comes out. They did this March 25th because I just kept getting bloated, and I didn't want to eat. And towards the end, like when I went to the emergency room, it was because I couldn't eat. Like, anything I would eat, I would throw up, even the vitamins, because I'm taking so many vitamins. I would take the vitamins and then, like, throw them up. So I told my husband, I think I have to go to the emergency room because this is not helping. After losing all that weight, I went down to 90 pounds. I was so skinny. I remember I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror because every time I did, it would make me want to cry just looking at myself like that, and knowing that I'm trying my hardest, not being able to eat, knowing I had to eat because I had to gain the weight. But it was just the cancer trying to eat everything. But everything is looking a lot better. Like I said, I'm doing really, really good because God is by my side. Obviously, you guys can see I had to cut my hair, which I do have that video in my I'll link it below if you guys want to see it. But my twin sister and my mom and my godson. Also, it still makes me want to cry. That's obviously something they didn't have to do, but they wanted to do that for me. And they also shaved their heads, and I just feel so, like, I have a great support system. The chemo that I'm doing now, it doesn't really affect my hair much, but it was thinning out, so I did have to shave it off. And it's growing back really good. I'm not losing weight anymore, which is, I'm happy about that. I weigh about 135 pounds now. I'm not trying to gain more. I'm just eating normal. To take a little break, but I'm back and I forgot where I left off. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue with chemo. It's every other Monday for 15 minutes. And that is the plan right now. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave them down in the comments and I'd be more than happy to answer. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like and share it. I just want to spread awareness, so please share this video. And thank you for the love and the support. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!